tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
This is Breaking into Reality, the reality of reality television. Thanks for tuning in with me and getting real with me, your host, Sheila Conlin. My Twitter and my Instagram is at ConlinCoTV. So give us a shout out and we'll shout right back at you. You know me, of course, as casting director and producer of some of the big hit shows on television, Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, and some of the not so popular, but they were big shows. Utopia, I Want to Marry Harry. They were still, I love those shows. They were amazing. And now I get to announce coming soon, Revenge Body with Khloe Kardashian on E! Coming out this winter. So I'm super excited about that. Hope you tune in. And you might notice that I'm missing something. Something's missing up here. There's no one sitting next to me, right? Well, that's because Tim Ferretti has moved from behind the mic to inside the booth. That's right. Tim Ferretti is now producing Breaking into Reality. So he's working with the fabulous guys in the booth, Steven and Jeff and Michael, who I just met. And Tim is a person I know that knows reality TV more than anyone I know. And I know a lot of people. So Tim, welcome. Yay, we're giving a wave to Tim. And super excited to have him join us in that capacity as producer. So each week on Breaking into Reality, you know, we want to have the reality TV stars tell us what it was like. How did it happen for them? What was it like on the TV show? And then also, how did it change their lives? And through all my years as a casting director, I've had the knack, or I guess I've been given the reputation of getting the juicy stories, the inside, the real scoop on who these individuals are that have become reality TV stars in order to get them on the show. So we figured with Breaking into Reality now is let's find out from these reality TV stars, what was it like behind the scenes? What was it actually like when they were on the show? And, you know, a little bit of a tell-all, you know, the secrets, you know, reveal some crazy stuff that happened to them. So that's what we're going to do now on Breaking into Reality right here, right now. I want to say that because we're here. And with our guest, Suzanne Winn. So Suzanne Winn is here with us. Hello, Suzanne.
Hello.
So Suzanne, you may know her from MTV's Super Sweet 16 and Chef Academy's, or Bravo's Chef Academy. I'm getting that mixed up. And then most recently, Farmer's Market Flip on the Cooking Channel. So Suzanne, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here today.
And
I never thought I'd get here today, but I'm very excited to be here.
I know we had a little bit of traffic issues driving in LA.
Yikes.
Crazy. But let me ask, now, how do we reach out to you? Do you have your YouTube page?
My YouTube page, my YouTube channel is
YouTube
probably
channel.
the best way to
Yes.
get a hold of me.
Okay, and what is that?
Suzanne Winn, super difficult. Very tricky, my name. Wow.
So Suzanne Winn, now, we have a new rule on the show. And I decided, since I love to eat and I love to drink, and under these hot lights, I need to be hydrated and nourished all the time. So you have to bring a treat. So did Tim have you bring something? What did he have you bring?
Well, yes, and actually, lucky for you, I cook. That's one of the major things that I do. So what I spangled up for you today was my signature lemon curd.
Ooh.
And then I've been experimenting with buttercream frostings. And I just layered that on a little bit of pound cake so you can taste it all together and then slather a little of this on either of your shoes and eat the rest of it.
Oh my God, that looks awesome. And we have a little champagne for the celebration.
Yes.
Here we go. Cheers.
Thank you.
Oh my God, I can't wait to try this. Tim, you get to try this too, right?
I actually brought some for Tim to take home and for you to take home.
Oh, yeah. I see. Okay, so let's
All right.
just dig in for a little bit because I must do this.
Well, you kind of like have to shove it all in your mouth.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh my God,
It's
this
not
is
that big.
delicious. Oh my God, and I've eaten your food before.
Yes, you have. You've eaten
Amazing.
plenty. And this is kind of different for me because I am typically a savory chef. So this is sweet. So it's a little change up for me.
It's delicious.
Why, thank you.
All right. So super excited to have you here. I've known you now for quite a while.
That's right.
And hopefully I can say part of the success of you getting on these fabulous shows. But so tell me, we always like to begin from the beginning, obviously. How did it happen for you? Did you start applying for shows? Did you have this idea that you wanted to be on reality? Did you watch reality? What happened?
Well, I am actually a very strange case. I am your Abby normal reality person. I did not go looking for reality TV. Reality TV just like slammed up in my face. So how the initial journey went down is my daughter was getting ready to turn 16. And I was looking for a venue that had 2 floors, one for adults, one for kids. And
Smart.
I know, right? Because I wanted to have fun and I wanted to party and have all my peeps there as well. So I stumbled upon 7 Degrees in Laguna Beach. And apparently they'd filmed some episodes of The Hills there. So after I left 7 Degrees, MTV called the venue and said, hey, do you have any families that would be Super Sweet 16 worthy? So my bragging rights are, we are literally the only family that I'm aware of that MTV had to get permission to call. So 7 Degrees called me up and said, hey, can MTV contact you? So MTV contacted us and said, would you be interested in doing this show? And I said, okay. And thus began my infamous journey into reality TV.
Okay, so before we get into all this stuff, and I have tons of questions to ask you about how that works, because that was a great show. Let's remind everybody, because it's been a while since it's been on.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the clip and see you on my Super Sweet 16.
Uh-oh.
Lights, camera, Savannah.
I'm having the hottest and most amazing party that Orange County has ever seen. How can you say no to this face?
Yeah.
I need my diamonds. They better get here before we go. Wipe the look off your face. It didn't even have a look on my face. All right, this is ridiculous.
Here we go.
I don't know why my mom got so annoyed and upset at me, but all I know is that I hope that she gets me the dress. What do I have to do? Do I have to like get on my knees and crawl? Oh my God.
Okay, I'm feeling so much better about you buying that dress.
No, she's not wearing it. She's not wearing it.
Let's agree to disagree. You get that dress, I get this dress.
Wouldn't that take away from my entrance dress though?
I'm in the background. No one's even going to notice me at this whole flipping party. I'm like a cheetah.
Get it.
I'll get you one good dress, dude. I'm not getting you 2 multi-$1,000 dresses. But don't I look cute?
Yes.
You do
You look hot.
I'm so glad that my mom...
Okay, that's hysterical. That's
And
a Suzanne I know, of course.
Yes, yes.
But okay, the dress.
Oh, that dress was fabulous.
Where did you get it?
Well, I didn't get it, but I was going to get it. I ended up with something different, but that was a absolutely fabulous Escada piece that they brought over.
Oh, so
Yeah.
you didn't actually end
I
up
did
wearing that
not
dress, but
wear that dress.
But then how did it? Oh, that was just the pre.
Right. We had
Okay.
a dress. We had like a dress party.
Oh, got it. Okay, because I was gonna say I didn't see that.
Right.
Before. Right. Okay.
And then I went searching for that dress after the fact and never could find it again.
Oh my God.
I
Okay.
know.
So
Tragic.
tell me. So did they MTV end up paying for this whole party?
No. MTV does not put 1 dime toward the party. So actually, that's the best kept secret. MTV killed it on this show because they didn't have to pay for anything. So you produced your own show. They didn't tell you what kind of adventures you were going to have. They didn't tell you what experiences they wanted. They just kind of let you run roughshod and do it.
But they didn't want to see like, okay, we want to make sure you have this amount of guests and you have to have this kind of food or spend this amount of money.
Oh, au contraire.
Okay.
They wanted it to be, you know, really first class. And of course, they had a vested interest in making sure you spent absolutely as much money as you possibly could. Unless you're a wrangler like me and can kind of, you know, work around the system. But they filmed so long and hard for the show, so they would come out with a 2-person camera crew for about 4 to 5 days, and you would in advance would send them a production list, is what I'll call it, a production list of exactly what activities you had planned. So we had exotic animals, so we went to an exotic animal farm. Awesome. My daughter almost got 8, but aside from that part, it was super fun. And we met the bald cat from Austin Powers.
Oh, get out, really?
Seriously.
So did they ever say anything like, this isn't enough, or could you amp this up a little bit more, or did they just let you go?
Well, honey, with me, you don't ever really need to say this isn't enough.
That's true.
That's
true.
sort of the way I roll.
Right.
If anything, they're like, calm down. But that's the way I am in real life.
Right.
So this isn't anything new. I believe life is a production.
Right.
And the wonderful thing about this journey for us was the amazing adventures that my family had.
Well, let me ask you this, because I think this episode was focused on a mother-daughter relationship, right?
Yes, it was.
Which was very different from the other ones.
For the most part, there were a couple, I think, throughout, but mostly they focused on friends. But they don't tell you in advance. They don't come to you and say, hey, we're going to focus on the mother-daughter relationship. They just shoot, and they hope that they catch you doing something
Salacious, crazy.
well, I wouldn't say salacious for
yeah.
a 16-year-old.
That's true.
If they do that, you don't want to know about it as a parent.
They thought she had a boob job, right? Didn't they say that on the show? Which was a little...
No, they didn't say that on the show.
Oh, okay.
MTV warns you pretty aggressively not to go online. Don't look anything up. Don't find anything out about yourself, because for the most part, it's not going to be nice. And probably that was the only comment that kind of hurt my feelings, that somebody on there made a comment on the blogging about my daughter, who clearly has not had a boob job. I mean,
right.
you know, and she's 16. So that's really the only thing that kind of upset me. But other than that, we had a glorious experience. I'm still friends with production people from that show.
Oh my, well, they must have had a great time. You threw a great party.
Well, yes, of course I threw a great party.
So
and they
can
got
you-
gift baskets each time they came to my house. Yes.
They did not give you.
Well,
Gave gift baskets? What was in it?
This is kind of funny. When the two-person crew showed up the first night, it's a meet and greet. So they want to come in and they want to meet the family and see, hey, are you workable? And
Right.
And it was my lovely Veronica and Mary. So apparently they had agreed at before time they were going to get to my house, meet us, and peace out, get to their hotel ASAPDQ. Well, 3 hours later, we were drinking wine, posing for pictures, and they said, wow, we just had so much fun. So we had this bonding.
Right.
And the really cool thing was Savannah, my daughter, she was dubbed for a while within MTV's sweetheart, because she was such a nice kid. That one little clip they showed, she was a little grumpy
Cranky?
that day.
A little
She was-
cranky?
Yeah. I believe she was going through finals at her Catholic high school at the same time as some of the filming. So,
Well, right. And then what did you learn about yourself and about maybe you and Savannah's relationship at that time? It was like she was getting married, sort of, I mean,
Right.
how girls get and.
she took it really well in stride. I mean, she was super cool about it. She had a boyfriend then, and she literally wanted him to be in every shoot. And I had to keep telling her, Savannah, you trust me.
After this, you may never see him again.
Right. So
Right.
you don't need him in every shoot. But E40, we met E40. He was wonderful. I mean, our relationship.
E40?
E40, he's the
Is he a rapper? Or something?
well,
No.
kind of.
Hip hop.
I probably don't want to sing one of his songs. Yeah.
That was a long time ago. So okay, let's get the scoop on this one. I mean, how much did it cost?
Oh my gosh. I probably, if I say that out loud, will get divorced. Yeah.
No, we don't want that to happen.
No. Suffice it to say, it was not for the weak-hearted.
Is it $3 signs or $2 signs?
It's a lot of dollar signs.
A lot of dollar signs.
Super duper lot of dollar signs.
And the present was a BMW.
She got a BMW
Ah,
convertible.
that's crazy. Okay, so Super Sweet 16, amazing experience. Moving on to what happened next. My God, I mean, it was, I think that's when we met, right?
Right,
We started to
exactly.
meet.
Yeah.
And let's talk about Chef Academy.
Okay.
Okay, because I think you had tried out for Beverly Hills.
Well, no, again.
Or no, the Orange County Housewives.
Yet again, I was contacted. I was
okay.
contacted because I live in Orange County, and apparently they thought I kind of fit that mold, but I really don't roll that way. It really wasn't a right fit for me, and so we never.
So
It
it
just
didn't happen.
Didn't happen.
And then I think I approached you for
Yes, you
Secret
did.
Millionaire.
Yes, you did.
I think Lisa Jackson, who's worked with the Conlin Company for a long time, said you must meet. Well, she had seen your Sweet 16 show,
Right.
and so we approached you for Secret Millionaire. That wasn't a right fit.
Right.
That wasn't the right time. Anything, and then I think there was some time that went by.
Well,
and
you randomly called me one day,
Right.
and you asked me, "Hey, I don't know if you've been." You said, "Hey, Suzanne, do you like to cook?" And I was blown away.
Yeah, I didn't know really
Yeah.
knew anything about you about cooking or anything like that. Which I'll take another bite.
Yes, please do.
While we're talking. So
Here.
then what happened?
Gosh. Well, so you said, "Would you like to be on a cooking show?" And do you like to cook? And I said, "You
remember.
have got to be kidding me, because cooking is like mother's milk to me. I mean, it's just part of who I am. I cook all the time.
It's delicious.
I
by the
cook.
way.
I give the food away. I give it to neighbors. I give it to friends. I mean, that's just what I do."
So you came up and auditioned.
Oh God, that was traumatic.
Auditioned in front of Novelli.
Yes,
I can't remember.
Jean-Christophe Novelli.
Jean-Christophe.
Trust me, it's seared into my
Right,
retinas.
right. Okay, so what happened? What happened?
Okay, so I think I'm on this show. I think I've got it in the bag. It's done. I don't realize that I'm auditioning or interviewing for the show. So I decide, in my Suzanne way, to put together a glorious gift basket for him. I know he and his fiance are coming from France, and there's probably some things that they're lacking here, like linen spray, because I know I know in England they use linen spray when they iron things. So I'm thinking,
By the way,
super
I
great.
always wanted Suzanne to come to my house anytime she could, because she gave the best little presents like that. Yeah.
I'm good that way. So I had candles and wine and all sorts of glorious things. So I go in to meet Chef Novelli thinking this is just like a formality. It's like, hello, hi, how are you? Shake hands, we're filming next week.
Right.
And he immediately begins screaming at me in French.
He did. I remember.
He was so mean.
He was really mean too.
He was super duper mean, and basically accused me of bribing him with my glorious gift basket. So he says, take this bag. This is, what do you think y'all doing? Do you think that this is going to make me pay? And I'm like, what's happening here? I mean, I was shell shocked.
You were.
So then I had to make an omelet in like 32 seconds. And I was just so flummoxed and nervous, and it was just, it was horrific. But the one good thing I had done was the day before I stopped at a newsstand and got the French edition of a newspaper.
Right.
So even though he made me put my basket away, I grabbed the newspaper out, and when he came back in, I laid the French-speaking newspaper next to his omelet, and I finally got a chuckle out of him.
Right, right. You definitely did. You made a dent.
I made a dent.
My God. Well, I think it was good. I was just going to go back to Secret Millionaire for a minute, because I just thought about that. That two of the people that were on the show are now in jail.
You're kidding.
No, that's gossip. They're not gossip. It's
Wow.
it's a public record.
Wow.
Isn't that bizarre?
Was it like money issues, embezzling or something?
Well, no.
Because
Completely
again, that's
different.
another
So I think I should
self-funded
have them.
show.
I know. So I need to have Molly and G on. If you guys are listening, you guys should come on. We want to hear their story.
Are they out of the big house?
I don't know. I'll have to find out. We'll have to check into that, Tim.
Intriguing.
We'll have to check into that. But anyway, okay, so back to Chef Academy. All right, so let's talk about, we talked about your audition.
Right.
Let's talk about the cast.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, obviously, I cast it. I know all of them. But who did you butt heads with? Was there a lot of friction there? Was there a lot of, was it an easygoing thing? What happened?
Well, I was the oldest of the cast, myself and Tracy. So everybody else was in their late 20s, early 30s, and then there was Tracy and myself. The cast was very cohesive. There were only 9 contestants, and it really wasn't a competition show. If you had 3 fails, in other words, 3 dishes anytime throughout the academy, you absolutely flunked and failed, then you would be ejected from the academy.
Which was very complicated. If
It
you
was
ask me.
super
It didn't make any
complicated. It was,
sense.
yeah, it was like really ridiculous.
I remember that. I'm going,
Yeah.
okay, this is crazy. But yes.
So the cast, I met the first day when I came in. Of course, I was the last to come in, and we were set to do a signature dish. So I did my grandmother's platter. So it was a really quick round robin meeting everyone, and there were varying degrees of culinary professionalism, let's say. So
Oh yeah. Well, let's get right into Chef Academy because, okay, you know, behind the scenes. I mean, this is really the scoop. I mean, you went in to you have severe allergies of shellfish and
well,
fish.
I didn't know I did.
Right, but you did not want to be out in the water. You're
Oh,
not.
The
You're not a water
infamous
person.
squid eye poisoning.
The squid eyes. So let's can we see that clip?
Oh, no.
Because this is really this shows us exactly what kind of craziness goes
Oh,
on.
yeah.
But you rolled with the punches really well.
Why, thank you.
I know. Can we see the clip of Suzanne? What do they call it? Squid?
Previously on Chef Academy. Last week's lesson was fish.
Got one.
Got him! Woo! Suzanne and Sarah freaked.
I just have an irrational panic with water.
I physically get sick.
Sarah overcame her fear, but Suzanne wasn't so lucky.
It feels like someone poured acid on my face.
This is right there, that seafood allergens can be life-threatening.
This and this is uncooked.
Suzanne and Sarah received their final fail, but a charity gesture from Chef Novelli saved them.
No one is leaving the academy.
Of course, I want everyone to graduate. I like pushing the students to the extreme. And for the one who failed, I think it's fair to give them another chance.
But the next time, I won't be so charitable.
Oh my God! Just for you to be able to look like that on national television, you were a champ.
Wow. Well, thank you.
You know, I mean, you let it. You like you said, always. You're genuine. You're real. You are who you are, and it did show out. And you were a huge star on this show. I mean, even though they were
Everything
mean
happened to me.
they were mean to you. Novelli didn't really like you.
Really?
Remember?
Well, I mean,
Oh,
I
you were
always
still
thought
hopeful. Oh,
that.
shoot, I
was
just
still
told her
thinking,
something that she
oh,
probably
no,
shouldn't have known.
No, I'm super wounded.
No, remember, I
Yeah.
just think he didn't get you.
He didn't get me.
He didn't get you.
He, as people do, took a look at me and assumed this is who I am. And I am just like a big old onion with all sorts of interesting layers.
Right.
And you cannot assume. And that's one wonderful thing about reality TV.
Okay, but what do you think they were assuming? You were like a dumb blonde or something?
Oh,
a bimbo?
totally. Yeah, they were
Really?
thinking I was like, from the big wicked OC,
right.
and you know,
But you definitely proved him wrong on that. And
Thank
you have
you.
mad cooking skills.
Thank
You're
you.
great. But now, what was there was some things that something big that might have happened on that show, and I know you can reveal a little bit. You can
Yeah.
just sort of say generality what it was, but I mean, there was something heading down what path? Tell me.
a surefire path of destruction,
Yeah.
and production doesn't want to go that way. So I think casting, if I could be so bold as to
Yes,
comment
you
on
may.
casting, it's interesting. There were 9 contestants, so it was paired up 2, 2, 2, 4 twos, and then Emmanuel, the porn star, who there could be only one.
That's right. We had a
just
porn star.
one.
Right,
but
right.
but my observation was there was 2 of each type that they were looking for. So to me, that's a demographics or a reach issue, meaning Bravo, whatever the network, wants to reach as many people as they can.
Okay, not that. Let's go right. No.
You're going to make
I
me
wanna-
do this, aren't you? This
I
is
want-
evil,
yes.
Sheila.
Okay,
Evil.
now we want to talk about. I mean, what could have? There was going to be an affair that was going to happen
my
on
gosh.
that show, right? There was, but
Okay.
how did that get derailed?
I think what happens is when you film and they're filming you every day, all day, and you're mic'd like 24/7. And
Right.
it's a situation where, and this is so clever on reality shows, you don't realize after about the second day you're wearing this mic. So while everybody at the beginning is like, hey, we're dating and this is great and we have our best face forward, pretty soon that all slips away. So things start happening. And
so who is going to have an affair?
I'm not telling you who.
You're supposed to tell us the scoop on Breaking Into Reality. What happened behind the scenes?
Well, I'll tell you what the one good thing that happened was I had a good enough relationship with production. They came to me and they said, because they knew I knew what I was doing, they said, listen, we're hoping not to have to go down this road. But if we do have to go down this road, we need a redeeming.
Right, because they wanted to. They wanted to exploit that, right?
I actually think they didn't want to exploit it. So they wanted to make sure if they had to use that footage, that they could redeem this character. So they asked me to be the great redeemer.
And how did you do that?
I took this person for a pedicure and had a motherly chat.
Was that the male or the female?
Oh my gosh, you are horrible.
Well, I know. But
Yeah.
you saved the day.
It turned out they didn't need to go down that road, which was good. But the option, I could have saved the day. I could have saved the day.
Right. But
They
it didn't
knew
happen.
that. It did, yeah.
But so stuff is going on. Things go on. Just sort of like that
big
show.
things go
Have you
on.
seen that show Unreal on Lifetime? They are like telling the secrets and I mean, it's scripted, you know, but based on, you know, what goes on in The Bachelor, obviously.
There is so much that goes
But
on
there
that you
is.
don't know. There
Right.
is so much.
Well, that's what we want you to tell us.
Okay,
That's
all
what we're
right,
doing. Breaking
okay.
Into Reality reveals
Yes.
all the behind, never known before, but right
Okay.
here, right now, you give it up.
All right.
So what else can you give up?
All right. Well, this is very tragic.
Okay.
But
Tragic.
yes, super
Oh,
tragic.
God, no.
Yeah, yeah.
It's not a murder, is it?
Well,
Oh,
no,
jeez.
no.
Okay.
It's personally tragic.
Okay.
So, which
Right.
is tragic. We had 3 fails. So I used the same oven every time I cooked. Every flipping time I used the same oven. And one day I get this wild hair idea. I'm going to use the oven on the left. And Stephen Kitchen,
The sous chef? The sous
Kitchen, right? Who has the last name Kitchen. And that was
Right.
real, by the way. He says to me, Suzanne, I could do an English accent, but it's not going to be good. Suzanne, why are you using this oven? And I said, I don't know. And he's like, what? I'm like, Stephen, I don't know. I was because you're so stressed. You're so under pressure. So it was our bread making challenge. I put the bread in the oven and all of the temperature controls were covered with tape, but it showed 350 degrees. It was a, digital oven.
Right.
Well, I had plenty of time to get my bread out. I realized at some point it didn't look like it was where it should be. So I peeled back the tape and the temperature immediately jumped down like 20 degrees. So stupid me, I think, because this is the way I think, it's a calibration issue. So I crank up the oven and I get it going.
So did you think they rigged that?
Well, I didn't at the moment. And innocently, after we finished shooting that day, I approached the executive producer in all earnest and said, oh my gosh, you really need to recalibrate that third oven on the left, the second one up, because I'm pretty sure it's not calibrated correctly. And then I realized, oh, you big dummy, Suzanne, that was like a twist.
A little twist?
A little
yeah,
twist.
Exactly. So, yeah, a big twist, kind of like one of our other, Ariane Resnick was on Chopped, I think it was. And she had carbon monoxide poisoning.
Really?
And, guess what? Her stove didn't work. The flame didn't go on. So anyway, but these things happen. These things happen behind the scenes.
They do, but you don't have to have that stuff happen if you have great
people. Great cast. Great cast works.
Right.
And stuff happens on its own.
Oh, yes.
That's how we did reality from the beginning. We didn't have to do too many ins and outs or setups. Okay, so moving on, because I know, gosh, there's so much more to talk about with this, but we have so little time. But what did you, after Chef Academy, I want to quickly get into your most recent show, but if you can give me a couple things that go, how was it life-changing for you for after Chef Academy? Because if you can give me like 3 major points of what happened, because that was pretty huge.
Right. Well, I actually went through it twice, once with my Super Sweet 16 and then Chef Academy.
Okay.
So I was much better equipped to deal with it after Chef Academy, because you are mic'd, there's cameras, everyone's following you around, there's a lot of buzz. You are isolated, especially on Chef Academy. So you are isolated from the world. You cannot text or call or read the newspaper. It's almost like, yeah, it's like Stockholm syndrome. You know, you start to identify with your captors, and next thing you know, you're 20 years ahead of a relationship with everybody because it's so intense.
Right.
And then
that's
guess
how
what?
affairs happen.
Oh, yeah. And that's why people propose and think they fall in love, right?
Oh, yes.
Okay, so you're in this super amped up life, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the show wraps, and the next day you wake up and you go change the cat litter. I mean,
it's gone.
It's gone. It's gone. And not only is it gone, but you can't talk about it. You're contractually bound not to reveal what happened throughout that show. So when I had my squid eye poisoning, when I failed because I missed the big cooking lesson and I had to fillet a fish, I didn't tell anyone. I didn't even tell my husband. So I sat there and watched it with them. And I cried as I watched it because it was so raw.
It was so raw. And that's right. You can't talk about it.
No.
And then you now are back into your regular life. And nobody gives a crap about you, right? No one calls you. No one's bringing you coffee. No one's saying, show up. Here's your dinner. We got to be here.
Right.
They're like, it's crickets, right?
Oh, super crickets. Super big crickets.
And we had to wait, a year before that show aired?
Yeah, it was a little over a year.
So a lot of things happen, and you know, in order to be prepared, you really, if you want to continue on to the next thing, and I know you've been doing a lot of things since then. And so, you know, let's move into what you started to do.
Well,
so I think
I'm sorry.
I know. I'm trying to think if we're doing the trending videos, or we're going to Farmers Market Flip.
No. What happened was after the show was over, I think anyone who's been on reality TV, they have a false expectation when the show ends, and if they were personable, if they were good, if they got a lot of press, they think, piece of cake, I can do this. The next thing is going to be like tomorrow. Well, guess what? It doesn't always work out that way. You have to have more than just charisma, charm, whether your stick is being evil and wicked or lovely and kind.
Right.
You have to have a lane, a plan. So after you kind of get over the shock of just being back in the real world, I started putting together a plan for where I was going next. And I started a YouTube channel doing cooking videos. So it was pretty much of a lark at first.
Right.
But as time went on, I got much more serious about it. And what I really do, as you know, I do interior design and I do trending.
She's amazing.
That's my real wheelhouse. I love that. I'm good at kind of spangling things together. So I got super serious about that.
Let's see that. Is that the next clip? Am I good with the trending video? Yeah, because let's see a little snippet of that, because then I want to get into your next thing. But
hi,
amazing.
I'm Suzanne Winn, and everything I'm about to tell you right now is super counterintuitive. So buckle up and let's get started.
Wow, this is really nice.
All right, so you have a glorious kitchen, or maybe it's not so glorious, but you want to do something to your counterparts. And trust me, the devil is in the details. So there's a couple of simple tricks that I can show you that'll zhuzh up any countertop. Number one, layer in a punch of color.
Okay, this is what I love about you. The devil's in the detail, zhuzh up. You've got these great, it's so natural for you. You just have this affinity for it.
I love the camera. I love being on the camera, whether it's producing a small YouTube video. And it took me some time to get more laser focused. Day drinking definitely does not help YouTube videos. So, you know, once you wrap your head around, hey, let's do this for real and not, you know, just messing around. But I light up. I like that. And I want people to be happy, and I want them.
No, and I think this is with the age of digital and what's happening, and influencers, and you know, the advertising world is going a different way. And this is what you know. You have a knack for it. It's very much this lifestyle world. I know I don't have a single gene in my body that has to do with that, which I rely on Suzanne. But you do, and I think there's so many people that want to know that and learn that. So congratulations on working on that.
Thank you.
And you know, the next show that you just did, is Farmer's Market Flip. You can see it on the cooking channel. We don't have time to show the clip right now because I want to go into like what's happening with you next. But Farmer's Market Flip, fabulous. Suzanne teamed up with Leo from Chef Academy. They kicked butt. It was amazing. And it's a great show. And our good friend Sue Side as executive producer, she's adorable. So you did awesome. So did that feel good to come back for that?
Yeah, it felt good. It was, again, anytime you're in any sort of a competition that's timed, it can be a little intense, but it is just like riding a bike. I loved it. I mean, it's the hardest work you'll ever do to do something like that. And people don't always understand it when I say that.
Right.
It's hard work. But at the end of it, you look back and think, wow, that was one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life.
I know. Check it out, you guys. It's amazing. Farmer's Market Flip. So now if there's anything that you would want to do, you know, what is your dream job on TV? I mean, you and I had a conversation about this, so I'm hoping it's the same thing. You know, you want to.
Yeah, I don't want to, scare you or anything, but no, I really think.
Right, I just got it. It's like, oh, Suzanne, you didn't tell me.
Yeah.
What is it?
I'd really like to get into hosting now. So I think I've kind of cut my teeth and I've done the gambit of competition shows and sort of have that under my belt. I'd like to get into hosting and really helping people, helping change their lives for the better.
Like, how about HSN selling stuff? Have you done that?
Well, I actually am
hoping to have
something come of that. So,
do you think you're good at it?
I know I'm good at it.
Do you think you can sell me something?
Oh. Why yes, Sheila, I do.
Okay,
it's
let's see
probably, I'm guessing it's this summer's hottest trending item.
Oh my gosh, this could be a great trending item. Let me see. Show the viewers up there if you can sell this in 30 seconds.
Oh, 30 seconds.
You have 30
well, this is this summer's hottest trending item. It's the Snap and Go skirt wrap. This skirt can be worn 6 different ways. So not only does it have a clever little purse that attaches to it, the purse has a belt. It can be worn as a crossbody option or as a clutch. Now, cleverly, this skirt is reversible. And yes, the purse does attach on the other side. So you have 2 sides with which to wear the skirt, and the belt is detachable. So the belt is its own takeaway. And on top of everything, the purse has security features built into it. Yes, security features. So you can put your lipstick and compact in the front zippered pouch, and you can put your credit card or the cell phone in the back zippered pouch, and nobody is going to get at that.
That's awesome. I think I got to have one.
I think you do. I think you have one. Oh, and the last part, it's one size fits all. These beautiful silver rivets are not only decorative, but they allow you to adjust the size.
See, this is perfect. Every woman should have it.
Every woman.
That was awesome. Well, Suzanne, I want to say thank you so much and congratulations on all the great stuff that you've done.
Thank you.
One thing we didn't mention, I just want to mention really quickly. After Chef Academy, Suzanne was one of the most, she was in People magazine. She was on The Dish. She was on everything. I mean, you really got a lot of great attention, and it was so genuine because to me, you're one of the most amazing people that I've put on TV that I absolutely loved watching, and it was real, and you had the passion for it. To me, that's a huge success.
Thank you.
And I love that, and I want to see more of you on TV.
It's a journey, and I want to take everybody with me on the journey.
I love that. So thank you for being on Breaking Into Reality. And for all of you out there, we've got some more guests coming up in the next, oh my gosh, few weeks, few months. Unbelievable, right, Tim? Producer Tim. But, for those of you tune in, go to www.breakingintoreality.com to find out more. See our interview with Suzanne. We're going to have her back because she's got a lot more to do and a lot more food for us to have, right? Right? Yay!
We've only scratched the surface.
We've only just begun.
Yes.
Isn't that a song?
Oh, yeah, I think
Carpenters,
so.
whatever.
Oh.
Okay. No, we didn't.
You're dating us now.
Are you the singer? I'm the dancer.
Oh, okay.
That's
I'll
right.
go with it. Sure. Yeah, absolutely.
We'll have more scoop later.
Yeah.
Okay, bye.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.